Hello, friends, and welcome back to another Glitter Heart stream. Say hi, everybody. Or not. Is my Discord not working? Yep, my Discord's not working. Give me one sec. Now is my Discord working?
Is it?
Yeah! Woo!
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Let's try it again. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Nick.
Hey.
I mean, that wasn't all planned so that you wouldn't get in the way of my hello. Duh.
Streamer, do you have something to tell us?
Oh, no. Definitely not. Well, we are here to play another game of Glitter Hearts. Tonight we are missing Collins. She's out sick, so we are sending our best wishes. And me and her will talk about what Juniper is doing while the rest of our fun cast is out doing their shenanigans. But today we have Damon, Jack, and Smokes.
Hey.
Okay. Does anybody have anything to plug before we start tonight? Hell yes. Let's get into the game. Love it. Okay. Who wants to tell us where we left off last time?
I'll start. We met Quincy's sisters. Mushroom Apocalypse was mentioned casually in a way that allowed Penumbra to narc on us. Penumbra's met the pod woman there, pod girl. Yeah, I know it's not a pod person, but still, I'm gonna say she's a pod person.
Pod person. Who was that?
The other magical girl NPC there.
Julia.
The hammer. Yeah, Julia. The one who's way too chipper.
Oh, she's great. I love her.
I'm sure she hasn't done anything terrible.
Nope.
Oh
never.
yeah, no. She's yeah.
Pure cinnamon roll.
Honestly, why are you saying it like that?
Somehow I don't believe you.
Genuinely.
What else? Let's see. We know the vague general area of where these mushrooms are, or using questionable magical techniques. What else? Oh, I mentioned the interaction with the police.
Kind of important.
Yes.
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little bit.
Okay. Well, if I remember correctly, the party split up in a way that Sky is off with Julia. They just killed the Griffon. And Jimmy, Marion, and Juniper are at Quincy's house.
Yes.
Waiting for his dad to come home?
No, we were gonna leave before he got home, but Jimmy stole a beer from the fridge.
Right. Stealing alcohol, obviously the best way to get on someone's side.
Yep.
Okay.
I am still convinced we need to leave this guy as far out of it as possible, so.
If you vocalize that, Poppy, Layla, and Quincy will all agree that.
I have, if it wasn't clear, I have been vocalizing that the whole time.
I know.
This guy has nothing of real value to us that we know of, and we have no real reason to involve him at the moment. If it comes up that he does know something, then things change, but currently, he doesn't know anything and can't help us.
Fair enough.
I mean, I guess.
So, do we want to start with Sky, or do we want to start with Jimmy and Marion?
Either way, I don't care.
I also don't care.
Okay, then we will start with Sky. So, you guys just finished, right? I want to say that if you want to put her on your character sheet as a connection, you are welcome to. If you don't, I'm not gonna be upset about it.
Oh, I have some more room on my character sheet, might as well.
You guys have just defeated the Griffon. It's starting to get late by the time you get back into town. Again, it was a bit of a trek. Always hiking out into those woods. Really should invest in some kind of like off-road vehicle, honestly.
Or wings.
Or wings. Wings would be helpful. Yeah, you could do
The
that
hiking
one.
out in the woods doesn't bug me.
Fair enough. And she's like, yeah, here's my number. If you ever want to get in touch, I'll try to figure out what I can about this monster that we're looking for. It's very weird. Those usually don't come this far west.
No.
No. I mean, not in America. Have you ever seen anything like that? Vero's told me a little bit about you.
We're talking about the pterodactyl that shoots lasers, right?
Yes. Doesn't it sound exciting?
Not really.
I mean, just think about all we could learn about it if we caught it,
I don't know. I faced some similar creatures and they're a pain in the ass to take down. Anything with a range kind of shakes up what you need to do and kind of makes the place of battle matter more. Because I can run away from things that can't, and run away and shoot things that have to chase me down, but if they can shoot back at me, I have to find a place with nice cover. Or at least ambush it when it's least expecting.
That's fair. I haven't really had trouble with ranged opponents, though. I usually get up and close anyway. So, but if you have any opinions on how to sneak it out into a more advantageous fighting spot, I'm all ears.
I have a few ideas. I guess it really depends on where we find it.
Fair. I feel like
But,
Hmm?
sorry.
I was just gonna say, I think that's a tomorrow problem.
Yeah, for right now, let's take a break and get home. Pretty sure my aunt's worried is worried about me since I haven't texted her that I was gonna be out late.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I have a motel just up the road. Do you want to meet up tomorrow? We could get pancakes.
Is do I have school tomorrow?
Probably.
Yeah.
I think we already did the weekend.
Yeah, so unfortunately, no, I have school all day.
But
I like to keep my school days condensed to a few days and then have a bunch of free days where I can do all the work.
what about the monster? It could be hurting people.
Well, when in between things, in between classes, I'll do some research, look for any news reports. And then if I find anything, I'll let you know. If I need to hop out of class, I'll hop out of class. It's not much of an issue. It's college after all.
Okay. Well, then I'll see you. Wait, when don't you have class?
I get out around 6 p.m.
Okay. And these friends of yours, when are we gonna meet each other?
Well, if you want to come to school, And visit. I can introduce you then.
Are you allowed to just go into a class that you're not in?
Well, no, not the class, but I'm pretty sure you can walk around the campus however you wish.
That's fair. Probably public
As long-
property.
Side note, you are 100% allowed to walk into a class you're not in.
Are you?
Yeah, people do it all the time.
Why?
I mean, that isn't that what
You're not-
auditing
you're-
a class is?
Yeah, you don't like attend the class, but like you can walk in and see if you like it and if it's interesting. Just like see
Yeah.
if you vibe with the professor.
That's so weird.
But yeah, if you want to come to sorry. Do you, she holds up like a protein bar. Do you want? I keep a few of these on me.
Oh, that would actually be really great. I mean, I was just gonna hit like McDonald's or something, but
McDonald's bad for you.
oh, I mean, yeah, but like, what are you gonna do? Getting on the road. She gives you like finger guns.
Oh, I always make sure to pack plenty of rations and different like emergency foods with me every time I go out on missions.
When
Don't
you
want to
say
stop. Sorry, go ahead.
when you say rations, she starts laughing and she's like, "You talk like my dad."
Your dad?
Yeah, he was like big into the army and like big, strong, tough dude.
So was my dad.
Oh,
And my mom.
cool. Yeah, pretty sick.
They're the ones who taught me how to do a lot of this type of stuff.
You know what? That would make a lot of sense. Yeah. She kind of, you can get the feeling that she's kind of beating herself up in her head like a doit.
But anyways, yeah, she gives give her the protein bar. Yeah, if you come, my lunch break's around 1, so if you want to stop by and we'll get you introduced to the other 3.
Hit up
Okay.
the student union.
Yeah, hit up the student union. Oh, you can see that we have a subway and a what else would be there? Like a
Don't
little
start
food
saying
court.
things. This is a real ass fucking place. Now I gotta look
No,
it
no,
up.
no.
There used to be a Jamba Juice
There
when
used to
Jamba
be a
Juice was a
Jamba Juice.
thing. The Jamba Juice closed down when everybody realized that it wasn't actually good for you.
Wait, why did I put in?
It doesn't matter. Cafeteria food.
Comma. Student.
Panda
food.
Express.
You're doing this now?
Yes. Student food, Washington, Tacoma. Fuck.
Please tell me you have Google up on stream so at least stream can see what you're looking up.
No.
Oh
That
my
don't
god.
look a bad idea.
Just
You
put
know
your
what?
search
You're
history
getting a
Okay.
roll
on display for the world to see.
One thing I want to say that I really appreciate that the University of Washington Tacoma does is they make their food pantry very easily findable. I've found their like their student food pantry just by looking up the fucking dining hall. Anyway, not the point.
Nice.
Yes, very proud. Finding it at my university was a bitch. So, anyway, okay, so, I totally forgot what we were talking about. You said that she could come meet you at lunch, and she will give you finger guns and be like, "Oh, be there." Totally defo be there.
Oh,
This guy
good.
just gives her a confused look and go, yeah, I'll see you there.
And she gives like a waving peace sign as she like kind of does the anime run away. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. This guy just gives a very small, what's supposed to be a hand wave turns into a shooing motion.
She doesn't notice.
Yeah, that seems to be the correct move.
This guy, I guess, starts jogging back to her aunt's place.
Okay. You get to your aunt's place. It is fairly late. and your aunt is sitting at the kitchen table doing some budgeting and stuff like that. And she looks up at you and she's like, "What do you do all the time?"
What do you mean?
She kind of like gives a like exasperated sigh, and she like points up and down at you, and you're like covered in dirt and grime, and you're sweaty, and like whatever. And she's like, "You come back looking like this when I thought you were at school today."
I didn't have school today.
"Well, then what do you do all day?"
I went to go hang out with an acquaintance. Sorry, different accent, wrong character. I went to go hang out with an acquaintance for a while, and then I went and did a little bit of survival training that Dad taught me.
And when you say acquaintance, she lights up, and she's like, "Oh, you have friends?
I've always had
You
friends.
have friends! Oh my god, you need to bring your friends over! I need to meet your friends!"
I have friends. They're in Scotland.
No, I mean whoever you were hanging out with today.
Now, like I said, acquaintance, school acquaintance. I don't.
Oh, come
No.
on. And she like gets up from her chair and she's like coming over and she like gives you a little shove. Friendly shove.
Give her a grimace back.
Come
I
on!
mean,
And she takes your shoulders and she starts like shaking it a little bit, like playfully.
I can maybe introduce you to people that they know. But we have to see how things go. It's not going too well on the whole relationship department.
When you say relationship, and she like gives you a side eye.
What?
Are you talking about boys?
Yes, but not in that way.
Boys?
Gross.
Ugh. Oh, come on. Be a little girly with me.
Honestly, Auntie, I just want to go take a shower and get all this dirt and grime off me before I go to bed. I still have school tomorrow.
She gives this like over exaggerated sigh. She's like, "Fine. I understand. I mean, you do smell like you need a shower." And she like gives you a look up and down like, yeah.
Well, here you go, and I give her a nice big hug and rub as much dirt and grime onto her before I run up to the shower.
No, come on.
Now you need one too. Get wrecked.
Oh, come on. I showered this morning.
Yeah, no response.
I
But
shower
slamming door.
every day. She like yells after you.
No response, but a slamming door.
Ugh. Okay. We will cut away from your shower scene to our friends who are leaving the Quincy residence.
Ah. So what did you think of them? Nice, right?
I'm honestly amazed we got out of there without getting into a fist fight. I'm gonna be honest.
Hey. You are good at dealing with people, and I am a pleasant person. I don't see how that could have ended in a fight.
I feel like the little one was about to tear our insides out.
I know, right?
What do you mean you can't see how it would have ended? That's how it would have ended in a fight!
Oh, that wouldn't have been a fight. She would have just destroyed us.
Okay, we need to have a talk about what constitutes a fight.
I mean, a fight means you can win.
No, not necessarily. As someone who has been in a lot of fights, And not always fights I have a chance of winning. And not always willingly.
Okay, fair. But have you tried just fighting dirty?
Yes. Yes, it doesn't always work. Sometimes a roll of quarters isn't enough.
Yeah, no, I can see that.
It doesn't matter if you have a roll of quarters in your fist if they're literally a foot taller than you.
Yeah, that's usually when you know, uh, like actually throw the quarters in their face and then go low.
Feel like we have very different experiences of getting into fights.
Also,
I just got really sad all of a sudden.
I like pat you on the back.
Anyways, what were we doing? Sorry.
I think we were leaving before the professor got here, and it was really awkward.
Oh right. Jimmy is going to attempt to Kobe the beer bottle into the nearest recycling bin.
Make me a straight physical roll?
This is the part where I realize I forgot to sign into Roll20.
Yep.
Nice.
Professional stream. Always on
Oh,
top
yeah.
of everything.
Hey.
A 7.
You make it. It's like it goes the bing bong bong and then falls in.
Get better at this shit.
You feel like okay, so this is what happens. You turn to the side to throw it in, Kobe style. And you like catch enough out of the corner of your eye of something that you like can feel like something's there.
I'm gonna turn around.
Nothing's there.
Okay, I know. I've been through this shit enough times to know when I'm being stalked. And not even in the fun way.
There's a fun way to be stalked.
Well, in the normal way, I guess.
All right, that's a little better.
In the conventional way. This is more I want to say predatory?
I mean, I know what you mean, but I don't know if you're right. Probably more primal might be the right way.
Maybe
This isn't the right time to have that type of conversation.
animalistic.
Yeah, okay, we'll agree with that.
Anyway, I mean, us having this conversation is not going to stop them stalking us. Me, us, I don't know. Is Quincy with us, by the way?
He stayed back at
Or
his
did he-
house unless you
I
asked him to
assume.
come with you.
Not specifically, so I assume he just stuck around, but I wanted to know. Whether or not I was dragging Quincy into whatever fight we're about to get into.
Whatever's about to happen, did we drag the poor kid out of his home to deal with it as well?
Gets mugged on his own block. But yeah, no, us having this conversation isn't gonna like stop them from doing whatever it is they're doing. So
I look at where we are. Is there a place where we can like kind of continue on the way we're going, but like force, if there is something following us, force it to be bottlenecked, like, go down a kind of side narrower alley or that type of
I
thing.
feel like an alley is the place we don't want to be.
Well, I mean,
'Cause then
we
we
out.
run away.
It's more along the lines of, my thought was more, if we are being stalked, being able to confirm that we're being followed rather than this wide, open street with, yeah, I don't know. And also, there's two of us and one of it, hopefully. So maybe
Well,
we can get the drop on it if we're smart.
you're talking to the wrong guy about smart. I
Fair.
got this sheet here that says I have a -1 mental stat. I'm not sure what that means.
Means you did very bad on your ACTs.
Yeah, I don't know how I got into this school. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, I have a +1 mental, so
I mean, I thinking about it, I actually think I do know how I got into this school, and I'd rather not think about it. So,
Oh, wow.
anyway,
We
what?
got raided. I'm sorry. I got really excited for a second. We got raided.
Streamer, do the streamer thing.
hello, Raiders.
Yeah, we got raided from Mac. So thank you, Mac. Hello, friends. Very awesome to have a raid. Super exciting. We're playing a game called Glitter Hearts, which is a TTRPG about magical girls and magical people.
Yep.
Magical entities.
Anyway, continue with what you guys were doing.
And we work for bureaucracy to suck all the magic out of magic.
Work for is a loose term, but anyway.
Yes.
Listen, I feel like maybe confronting whatever this is not a good idea, considering we don't know what it is or how powerful it is. But I may have an inkling what this is, just a feeling. But I'm gonna go out on a limb here. Do you remember the cat girl's name? Were you there for that?
No, I was not there for that.
You weren't there for that. Okay, there's a cat girl.
I'll say that Jimmy remembers. Her name is Sabrina.
I the player don't remember her name. For him, it's been like 2 days. For me, it's been like 3 weeks.
I wish I had a shout out. And I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. I just figured I would check because you have the bot that always likes to eat my links, so I figured I would check.
I gotta get better at that. Anyway, her name is Sabrina.
Yeah, there's this cat girl. Her name is Sabrina, and she super wants to murder me. I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm fairly confident the only reason I'm still alive is because I showed up with Medina.
The question I have is this like normal for you, that you just have like this reaction of people are either fairly friendly to you or absolutely ready to kill you?
I think it depends on whether I'm transformed or not.
I mean, fair enough.
Although I think Sabrina would have wanted to kill me either way.
I mean, is
I'm honestly not fully convinced she doesn't want to kill me currently.
Is this connected to the thing?
I'm pretty. This may be Sabrina. I'm not sure though. This seems like a Sabrina thing to do, but
no. Is Sabrina connected to the thing we were just talking about?
100% yes.
Okay. For those who have missed last week's episode,
go watch it on YouTube at Pastel the Snake.
Yes, you can watch it on YouTube, and there is a mystical grove of magic mushrooms that someone's gonna eat by the end of this campaign. We don't know which one of us, but it's gonna happen. And it's not going to be
Again, it
pretty
might
or
not be
good.
eat, but magic mushrooms will be consumed.
Yes. And it will be a bad idea, but fun will be had by all.
I hope you all know that I'm shaking my head like a kindergarten teacher watching a bunch of kids think Play-Doh is edible.
Hey,
Wait, Play-Doh's not edible?
It says non-toxic on the jar. It's designed to be eaten.
I would like to point out, as we're having this conversation, we are just like continuing to walk down the street.
Okay.
No, I don't.
Oh, you stop? Oh no! Oh, never mind. I was like, wow, that was very firm. It was a very firm declination to walking down the street.
No. I just had a question of, do you have a noise gate from in TMs? So I was just checking.
Oh, okay.
I'm activating the one on Discord. I don't really have one beyond that, and I use push to talk to try to keep that from being an issue.
It's okay.
But yeah, just continuing to walk down the street. Am I able to like sense? I am able to sense magic when I'm not transformed. We've established that, right?
Yes, you all can sense
Am I getting a little ping, a little feely feel?
you
Any
are not
any
getting
kind of magical magics?
you are not getting anything right now.
Interesting. So there are three possibilities. Either they're gone, they're normal, or they're hiding it somehow. All of the two of those are fine. One of those is very bad.
There's also one more that you're not, that I think if you had a little bit of time to think about, you would come to.
I mean, I figured it out.
Would you like to share with the class?
Oh, no. I mean, like the other option, that it's forest magic that you have that weird sense for.
Oh, I assumed that was covered under scanning for magic, but if I have to manually turn the dial, I will.
Oh, do you want to just? I don't know. I think it's more fun if you have to also say that, because.
Okay, if that's how we want to play it, then sure. If I forget, then Jimmy 100% forgets, because
Flip that.
Jimmy is somehow more forgetful than I am.
Yeah, you flip that switch, and it's like night vision, almost like a heat ray. And this is like the level that a normal magical girl would have for magic, and it's coming from this like really tall like tree nearby.
Like in the tree or the whole tree?
Kind of the whole tree.
Concerning. Where is this tree?
It's not too far back, but it's far back. Like, it's definitely at a I'm tailing you distance. But it's not like, yeah.
I'm just gonna kind of like put a hand like across Marion. Like, okay, I know where they are. Do we want to do this?
I mean,
do we want to let it happen?
Let's let it. Let's.
Do we? Well, we could engage right now. I know where they are. I'm trying to make this conversation appear casual.
Yeah.
Hands in my pocket.
I think we'll be in a better. I think we'll be in a better position if we initiate. So
very strong. Do we want to do like a good cop, bad cop? Obviously, I'm the good cop, so.
Ha.
Hey, my thing is literally joy, so. Anyways, are we doing this? Oh.
I mean, yes. We can do this. Where is it?
I'm gonna kind of like 3 trees back, the whole tree. We might be dealing with some kind of like end situation or something. Maybe a dryad. Not sure.
Okay. And how do you suppose we fight a tree?
Ideally, we don't.
Ideally, we don't. All right.
Ideally, we talk to the tree, as ridiculous as that sounds. But it's worked for me so far.
No, I agree with you. We should talk to the tree if we're gonna do something like that.
And if that fails, run. I can fly, so I'll carry you, hopefully, and
All right.
we'll just skedaddle.
So like, I guess what do we transform or?
No, not yet. We save that. We save that. That's the
Okay.
big intimidation move. If we need
Okay.
it. There's a
So
dance to these things.
fair, you are the experienced one with this. I just use it, you know, for yeah. All right. Lead the way.
All right. Just follow my lead, but not too close.
All right.
Jimmy is gonna like turn around and very casually, looking at the tree, go, "You can come out now. We don't bite."
Make a convince someone roll.
Oh, I'm real good at those. Persona, right?
I think so.
I get a +3 to this. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Nothing happens.
I will be marking experience. Sure did roll a pair of ones.
Nothing happens.
Maybe I'm not approaching this correctly. Oh, great spirit of the tree! Why art thou stalking us?
With that, I would like you guys to make a thwart peril roll.
Makes sense.
As big
That
Give
one's
me
not
one
bad.
moment.
thorns come spewing out at you guys.
Thwart peril, you said that is what?
I think it's physical.
7.
Mm-hmm.
Eight.
Okay. Both of you guys duck out of the way of these thorns as they all come sputtering out of the tree at you. And you all see this walk out of the shadow of the tree. I'll explain it really quick for those who are listening. So what happens is these thorns come spewing out of the tree. The Jimmy and Marion are fast enough to duck out of the way of them, but coming back to their senses, looking at the tree, now there is standing a shadowy, barky figure. It is just as tall as the tree is, with limbs that are super long, like a branch almost. Everything is spindly and splintery. It looks like it's very humanoid. It has like a head and shoulders and a torso. Its bottom is just uh like a trunk. So if the two legs were to have not um, gone into split into two, it'd be like one leg, like the fusion of both legs together. And it seems to just like kind of roll over the ground on mist. Which if you look behind it, it's actually using thin roots to slide, kind of like how a slug slides. The secretion of the it's not sap because sap would stuck to the ground too much. But some kind of fluid allows it to slowly, and it's very slow, come out of the whatever. It doesn't have any facial features, so it can't communicate at all, at least from what you would understand as communication. But it is.
Listen, I talked to a deer a couple weeks ago. I can do this.
You had to go to sarcasm as option 2?
Of course. It's not strategically good, but it's me.
There.
Yes, it is standing there, seemingly looking at you. Obvious, it doesn't have any eyes, but
Maybe. What?
maybe it's looking at you. You don't know.
Well, the image I'm looking at has eyes.
Well, sorry.
If this one doesn't, though, that's cool.
It doesn't have eyes. No, it doesn't have any facial.
Ah. So,
but from what it has, from like a head shape and all of that, if it had eyes, it would be facing towards us and looking at us.
Probably.
Yes.
Okay.
So, Dryad then.
Or something similar, yes.
Here, wait. Really quick, can someone try out the shout out command now for Mac?
I don't have the stream up. Give me a second.
There you go. Yeah, it works.
Yeah, hell yeah. Okay. Sorry, I was trying to do two things at once, which is why I was kind of off. But anyway.
No, that's fine.
I wouldn't say escalate yet.
I hold up my hands, like, hey, I'm not holding it, and I say hello. We're sorry to blow up your spot like that. We just want to talk. Do you understand me?
It doesn't seem to respond.
Can I get so this is like about as powerful as we are, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I am gonna be how does Jimmy respond to this? Because I know how the prince responds to this, but that's different. I think he's gonna kind of look behind him, notice the thorns the size of a forearm embedded in the concrete behind him.
I mean, you've already used sarcasm. Now it's time for cowardice.
No, he's gonna look at the tree blight and go, well, it's nice to finally speak to you face to bark.
I would like both of you to make a thwart peril roll for me, please.
Yeah, that's about right. Nope. Oh, yep, nope.
Okay.
Sure don't. Sure don't.
So you're both going to take damage from these
Ow.
thorns and be forced back 5 feet, quote unquote.
How much damage?
One. Just one.
Ow.
No, take 5 damage.
I mean,
learn your lesson.
I am a squishy human currently.
Ow. Like, do they always stab like this?
What do you mean stab?
I mean, this is a sharp and pointy object that just got impaled into me.
Yeah, that does tend to happen with sharp and pointy objects. Would you like to ask the Twig Blight to hit you over the head with it next time?
I shake my head.
Anyways, Mr. Twig Blight, or Dryad, or Ent, or whatever name you prefer. I don't know it. You don't have a mouth.
I need you to make a thwart barrel roll.
Fine.
Both of us?
No, just Jimmy this time.
I got a 9.
You're good. This time a vine whip comes out from one of its arms. Its arm like changes into a vine, and then it tries to like catch you, but then it doesn't. So
He goes like, hey! Just try to talk. What can I help you? Is there something you want from me? From us?
it stands there like breathing.
Can I help you with something?
Like you can feel it breathing.
Noted. Trees don't normally breathe.
I mean, they do, but they
Also-
don't exactly lung.
Also, they don't have a mouth.
Doesn't have a mouth.
Or presumably a nose.
Well,
So-
where is the air being vented at us from?
There's got to be. Well, it's got to come from somewhere, right? In and out. Is it just like gaps in the bark? Anyways, you seem like you're breathing kind of heavy there, friend. You okay? You doing all right?
It starts to glisten in the lamplight that's near it, and it'll take another vine whip at you, Jimmy. Or peril for me.
Oh, sure don't.
You get caught into its vine whip and you are grappled.
Man, I sure am marking a whole lot of experience.
It starts reeling itself, like its arm towards itself.
Well, I can honestly say I've been in worse predicaments involving tentacles.
Remind
But,
me that you'll have to tell me this story after.
I don't have one prepared, but
Oh.
that was just kind of a quip, but
Like,
I could come up with one.
you know what? I'm gonna look at this thing. I'm gonna snap my fingers and be like, hey, put that down, and I am going to try to hex it. Since I
They're
can
not
do
a
that,
dog.
since I can do that without having to transform, I'm going to hex it. I'm gonna roll plus mystical.
Okay. You have to be transformed to use your mystical power.
No, I am magic.
Oh, okay. Although
Marion specifically gets to ignore that roll.
Question for my friends. So commands should have been a thing that could work. Why did it? Is anybody looking at chat right now?
No.
Okay.
Yep.
You'll have to help me fix that afterwards. Yep. Yeah, I'll have to figure out.
Okay, so Stream Elements is being blocked by Nightbot, and Nightbot's putting the correct commands list.
Okay.
Yeah, something weird. All right, but I'm casting Hex. I rolled Mystical. I rolled a 10, so that is a success. I hold 2. And the 2 I am going to use from the list are the target is forced to drop an item that it is holding.
Oh, so I have an item now.
You are an item. Congratulations, you are an item.
Okay.
And I'm going to slow it down. So if we do have to fight it, we'll have +1 to our clash against it.
Gonna need that.
Well, since we don't
I don't have a weapon. Do you have a weapon?
Oh God, no weapon. That you just saw me use my weapon. I hexed the thing.
I don't have any of those.
Yeah, I could do like 1 damage, and
I could punch it. Punch it with
yeah,
my magical fists.
magic fists. Yeah, no. I very much do not have a weapon that's like on the list.
Anyways, so do I drop? What does that look like?
That's a good question.
Because I was getting reeled in, right? Do the
Yes.
vines just like slip off?
What does it look like? Because yeah, you will be dropped, but Marion, what does your hex look like?
I think the hex is the like kind of you know I just kind of make a like kind of instinctive hand motion, and like almost a silvery flash like kind of goes, and like God, how do I describe it without it sounding like weird, like super dumb? Like almost, I kind of want to describe it like kind of like that weird, um, like you've you've put like like a kind of silvery ripple effect, like you kind of pushed on a mirror type of thing.
Okay.
Yeah, and it kind of like it silver light hand gesture, like stop, like kind of like reach out, like no magic word because it's just kind of very like simple, like yep, oh I just magic, boom,
Okay.
it's not like a beam or anything like that. It can't like do a bunch of damage, but it can. Yeah.
So the way that this looks is that it's holding you really tightly. Like it's probably coiled around you 3 times. And then the spell is cast, and it like you can feel it kind of trembling to hold on to you, and all of a sudden it just like bursts open. Like the slack just like sets in, and you don't like drop because it hasn't like fully let go of you yet. But as you start to like fall, you fall on top of it, and then it starts to like hurriedly like take back its uh tentacle, I guess. Vine is probably a better way to say it.
Yeah, vine is definitely better.
Better is a relative term.
True. Look, we don't want to fight.
What about tendril?
Tendril works. We'll go with tendril.
You're not looking too great. Can I make a gonna hate this, but I gotta make a mental roll to try to piece together some information about dryads.
Okay.
Because I, the player, probably know what this is, but Jimmy is an idiot and doesn't know what this is at all. No.
No. You think about it, and you're like, man, this real fucking scary. Maybe thinking is for a different time when my life is not in danger.
Yep, shit's fucked. By the way, it's 6 experience to level up, correct?
Yes.
It is.
Hey,
I'm at
I have a
5.
heroic achievement.
Yep. Just when we've been using the, if you can describe it in a way that makes you feel like you've done something heroic, it's a heroic achievement.
Yeah. I held the door against a deer. Anyway,
Hey man, I saved Professor Becker by crashing him on his skateboard and him still getting crushed by a thing. So I mean, heroic. But yeah, so I after it, like after it drops Jimmy, I'm like, look, we don't want to fight. Why are you like I kind of think about it for a second, um and I reach into like my handbag, and I pull out I pull out a notebook and a pen, and I go, "Can you write?" I mean, you don't seem to be able to speak, but and kind of offer a communications tool to the dryad.
I would just like everyone to know that you just pulled out a dead tree and then told a tree to write on it. So.
I mean, it's highly processed dead tree. It's.
How would you feel if somebody pulled out a thing of human skin and told you to write on it? Highly processed or not?
I mean, vellum exists, and I'm pretty sure you could find it in like historical art. Yeah, we're not going to get into. We are not going to get into, human vellum right now.
Anyways,
yeah, cool.
Jimmy is going to spend his narrative turn laying on the ground without getting up and just kind of holding his hand in the air for the microphone to fall into, and he just kind of transforms on the ground without like really getting up.
Okay.
It's kind of, he just like spends a turn like in a ball of white light.
That'll make.
And then reappears as the prince still lying on the ground.
The term for it is anthropodermic bibliopegy, by the way.
That's a great way of saying human skin paper.
It's human skin bound books.
Marion, when you say, like, can you write at least, you hear, one sec. This, like, you know the sound of creaking of an old house?
Yes.
Have you ever...
That's an angry sound.
Have you ever heard the creaking of an old house and you've thought that there was, like, it was saying something? Because, like, your mind is playing tricks on you and stuff?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you hear this creaking, and at first you think it's just the thing moving, but this creaking kind of sounds like the word murderer.
Hey, I look at I look at the tree person and I'm like, look, I can put it away. I didn't. I'm not a murderer. I haven't killed anybody. So, I haven't knowingly killed anybody myself.
And it goes no, and then as the prince comes, well, it doesn't come up because he's still on the ground. But like as the prince comes into view from like his transformation sequence, the the dryad, I'm just gonna call it a dryad, points at the prince and goes murderer. It's the same sound, like the creaking, crackly.
I take
Okay.
offense to that notion.
And then as you say that, another vine kind of whips at you, and I need you to make a thwart peril roll.
6.
Ooh, you are grappled again, my boy.
Man, really am building up a lot of experience today.
Not very good at running away, I guess.
Nope, sure am not. As I'm like I assume it's like I just get wrapped up. I'm not like stood up at all. Like I just am right back in the position that I was in before.
Yeah, you
It hasn't
haven't
changed.
managed to scramble to you haven't managed to scramble to your feet yet, and this thing just kind of wraps back around you like, nope, I'm done with. Yeah.
Man, as like realization kind of dawns over the prince's face, he kind of just like looks at Marion and goes, "Wow, we really fucked this up, didn't we?"
Hey! I'm not the one who defaulted to sarcasm. As
Yeah,
once
I'm not that smart.
once again, I'm going to hex this thing to try to make it release the prince.
Okay. Roll for me.
This is the dance we do.
A 9, so
That's a
with a
mixed
9,
success this time.
right?
But
With
you
a
do
mix,
get to.
with a mixed success, I do get to hold 1, which means that the tree person will drop Jimmy again.
Mhm.
Or we'll drop the prince.
Yeah, no longer Jimmy.
Okay.
Thank you very much. In return for the favor, have a bubble.
Yay, bubble. When the like, I guess on my next narrative round, I will transform inside the bubble, with the relative safety of the bubble.
Can I use my like quote unquote move action to start flying?
Yeah. I just want you to know that chat just Mac was like the prince formerly known as Jimmy.
Yes.
I think that's hilarious. I had never caught on to that.
I'm glad Mac got it.
I'm sorry. Anyway, yes, you can fly.
The magical boy formerly known as Jimmy.
um,
But yeah, he does like the anime fly where he like the actual like model doesn't move, but he's just like panned across the screen.
mhm.
Like they don't actually animate him at all.
Okay. And the dryad is gonna try to take another attack at you with its spikies. So Marion, you're not even gonna get hit, so you don't even need to make the roll if you don't want to.
Can I say I have some form of advantage by flying?
I'll say that you can either have +1 on this roll, or you can make it so that there's no collateral damage.
Well, I want the +1, but the prince wants no collateral damage, so we're gonna do that.
Okay.
Good thing I did that.
No, because you would have succeeded that with a +1.
Yeah, but mixed success.
Yeah.
Now I'm the only one taking damage.
Sure. Was this one? Yeah, this was a 1 damage move. Yes. Okay.
Also, I get an experience point, so down to 8. Is this the vine whip or is this the thorny thorns?
This is the thorns, and you're pushed back.
Okay. ow, 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 as he kind of like wraps his wings in front of him to take the brunt of the blow. They like get like holes poked in him a little bit. He like pulls a thorn out. Ow! I didn't know I had nerve endings in these things.
And then both of you hear the creaking sound as it whispers, whisper creaks the word Kalenark.
Kolinark? Kolinark. Kolinark, Kolinark, I don't know a Kolinark.
Is that your name?
That was his name.
Who is he? The paper?
And then there's another wave of thorns. So
Jeez.
make me the roll.
I might take that bubble back at some point.
Do I need to roll on this?
Nope. You're fine in the bubble.
7.
Okay. You won't be pushed back, and you won't take the damage, but you're still maneuvering through these thorns, and it is going to get a +1 on its next attack against you. So you'll take a -1 on your next attack. On the next attack. As you try to regain your balance as you dive and weave through these thorns and stuff. What did I say last? That was his name, right?
Kalinark? Yes.
Kalenark.
Okay, yes, it was the paper. Got it.
The one you killed.
When did I kill a tree?
Have you killed anybody?
I don't recall killing a tree.
Have you killed anybody?
I'm gonna choose not to answer that question.
So that's a yes. Okay.
Tree.
Is there something we can do for you now?
Wait, the fish guy? That's the closest thing I can think of.
Oh my god, this is funny.
Now, do
It can't be the fish guy.
I have an idea of who this is, but I don't in character know who this is.
Right.
The centaur?
Yes, the prince is not going to piece that one together. He's not. He's like actually trying to think of like people he's personally killed.
Oh yeah, no, that's the answer. Like me out of character can think of like who's a person, place, or thing in this area that we know that you know that someone in universe would know, like a person, an entity in the area would know that's been dead near, that's been dead
Near
near
us.
us. Yes.
It can't be the fish guy.
It it creaks out, Kalenark, guardian of the forest.
Okay, definitely not the fish guy. I'm gonna make an independent mental roll here because the prince is not bright.
You're good.
Yep. Nope. Sure doesn't get it.
Still.
I'm not gonna mark experience for that one because that was just for me.
All right. I don't know who this is. Maybe if you can like describe them better. There's
I actively make it
lot
my
of
policy to not kill
forests.
people. Colinarch. Colinarch.
Get ready for another wave of thorns.
Trying my best here, man. I get -1 on this.
Mhm.
8.
Nice.
Do the -1s stack?
No,
Okay, good.
because it was just you being disoriented, having to go through bob and weave. But now you kind of got a hang of it. Like
I
you're
just
like,
got a
oh,
rate.
okay.
I still have the -1, but not like a -1
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah.
Or -1 ongoing or whatever.
Yeah, it was just for that roll.
Okay.
Because yeah. So you got the hang of it. You're like, okay, I go this way. I see this one coming.
Now I have a new -1.
Yeah. It's still like a pressuring situation and stuff like that, and you're like heart racing. You're like getting around it and stuff, but like it's not, like you're not getting worse at it. Uh. Did you roll again?
A fucking centaur?
Why did you roll?
Just to see if the prince would remember.
See, but you could have just said that you did. Whatever, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but that's not fun. I like
That's-
rolling the click-clack stones, even if they're virtual.
It's the creaking is like what you humans would call him. Yes.
Wait. There are centaurs around here?
Yeah, somebody murdered a fucking centaur. I was shown to the body by a sapient deer. It was really weird.
And I didn't know about this until now. Why? Like, I told you about the cop thing, and then you guys...
I'm gonna be honest, it was a weird day, and I basically forgot about it.
I mean, I get it. But
when you do this for long enough, they all kind of blur together.
Okay, so my friend says he didn't kill your friend. Maybe we can discuss this in a more rational way? Entity to entity?
Roll convince somebody. Take a -1 on this, by the way. Actually, no. Don't take a -1. Just roll it.
I'm almost certain that my convince somebody is like a -1 anyway.
What's your persona?
It is persona?
Yep.
Yep, it's a -1. Ding, ding, ding! I level up.
You say this, and it just unwaveringly says murderer as it throws a vine whip at Jimmy.
What the fuck? That wasn't even me this time!
You're the murderer!
What the
Oh my god. He's got a good grip on you this time.
This is a bunch of bullshit.
Yep. You are.
You do know my next achievement, my next heroic achievement is going to be saved Jimmy from Tree Monster, right?
Saved me?
Hey man, I've saved you twice.
With this attack this time, it's gonna start squeezing, and you're gonna take 1 damage.
Ow. Yeah, on top of the 1 damage I already took, or?
No, you don't take a damage from the vine whip. You just get grappled. But this time you'll take a damage.
Ow. The prince, in a
act of selflessness, removes the bubble from himself, from Marion, and puts it on himself, or from Samuel and puts it on himself.
No. the prince is going to, because at the moment the vine is at tension, right?
Yep.
He is going to do the stupid thing and have the vine become looser by moving towards the creature.
Okay. How are you going to do this? You are completely grappled.
I still have wings.
Like,
I'm gonna just fly forward. And I'm actually not doing this to try to loosen the grapple. I assume that's not gonna work because it's a tentacle. What I'm really trying to do is get in range to touch his heart.
okay. I'm very interested.
Do I have to make this thing drop you again, Prince?
I want to see you try it.
I'm good. I got it. We're good.
I nod my head.
The prince is going to like fly, basically like right up to the creature, the dryad or whatever it's called, and he's going to look at it where it is. He assumes its eyes are, wherever the predominant sensory organ seems to be. And he is going to, with like complete sincerity, say, I didn't kill your friend, but I have made it my mission to stop the people who did. I don't want to see more people end up like Kolinark. If you can't believe me, there's a hawk woman in the forest named Medina. You can verify with her. We are on the same side here.
Roll it.
I'm rolling to touch his heart.
Mm-hmm.
I get to roll that with Persona because we're not so different, you and I.
Oh, good.
A 9.
Okay. The next action against this target gains a +1. So they don't squeeze you anymore. Like, they've loosened their grip a little bit. They haven't let go of you. Huh?
The prince coughs a little bit as he is able to breathe again. He kind of used the last of his breath for that little speech.
But and it's faltering. You've got a little bit of a window before something else happens. For the next thing.
Should I attempt to capitalize on my successful touch to touch them again?
I wouldn't say it like that.
If you would like, I'll assist him with this. I will use the we can do this together.
Don't fuck this up, or we're gonna be broken again.
Yeah,
We've seen how this can end.
I have. I'm gonna use supernatural intervention, the roll plus mystical, to give them unnatural guidance.
Okay.
The GM is gonna hold so much against us.
Since I have a magical connection to desire, and you know what people want and all of that, I'm gonna help Jimmy by mystically influencing him, in that way, like you know what this person wants, it's type of thing. Like,
I'm actually, before you do this, I want you to make a mental roll.
Mental roll?
Yeah.
A 5.
That's okay. that was just to see if you knew anything about dryads.
Oh, yeah, no.
So you can't roll. Well, you're trying to make Jimmy sound more desirable, right?
I'm trying to give Jimmy like that, like mystical help, like
Or the prince, sorry.
Yeah, I'm trying to give the prince mystical assistance. Like, I know what things want, so by giving him a mystical help, his words can sound more convincing because they're hitting that kind of mental influence of the desire of what the person wants type of idea, if that makes sense.
Sure. Yeah, okay. And I'll give... Okay. 7, you guys are competitive or cooperative?
I have him as cooperative.
Yeah,
On
we're
7
currently
and 9,
cooperative.
You give a
on a
+1 to their
7 and
next
9,
roll. But you put
and I
yourself
get a
in
-1.
danger.
Yes.
Well, you have a bubble currently, so I'm just putting that out there.
Okay. What does it look like you helping, well, Jimmy, other than... Are you, like, casting a spell? Do you bring attention to yourself in any way?
Yeah, I absolutely bring attention to myself. I'm gonna come closer, come closer, and yeah, I'll cast a spell, or make it obvious that something like that, maybe you know what, like, I'm gonna come a little bit closer to him and cast a spell, and his lips and like the tip of his tongue, or what, like if you could see it, are gonna turn like kind of silvery.
Okay. So, I think those +1s stack.
I don't see why they wouldn't.
So you get a +2 to this roll.
The general PBTA rule is, as long as it doesn't exceed a +3, you can stack them.
This would give me a +4.
Okay, I did not know that.
So,
but yeah,
Is there a ruling on this for this system?
I would say, oh geez. Well, I mean, yeah. I don't know. I would just go with the PBTA thing and just it's a +3 and I kind of wasted my effort.
no,
That's fine.
I don't mind you having a +4 because it makes sense narratively. I think if it didn't make sense
on a
narratively...
+4, the only thing that I fail on is Snake Eyes.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
And I think you've put him in a position where they're already very willing to talk to you and listen to you. I mean, what you said was the truth. Like, I think a +4 is fine.
Okay. No, because like I said, some games it's like, yeah, like I said, it's not.
All right.
Holy shit.
Yep.
How do you want to fucking do this?
On a 15.
What is it?
What does a 15 even look like?
What does it touch your heart?
Yeah, I'm rolling a 15 to touch their heart. What does that look like?
That
on a
looks
on
like
a 12 on a 12
An
plus,
unqualified success.
Right, they see the error of their ways and remove themselves from the situation by surrendering, fleeing, or switching sides. You form a relationship with them of your choice.
I want a cooperative relationship with this dryad.
Okay. I think that's easily doable.
And I think Jimmy, as he is... I'm sorry, the prince. I'm doing it now. Fuck you guys. The prince will, on a 15, will kind of gently, like, maneuver his way out of the vines and put a hand on the... like, hovering in the air, right? Like, put a hand on the shoulder of the dryad, look it in the faceplate, and just go, "Trust me."
Yeah, I think there's this shine as slowly the bark turns from like ashen gray to like a woody brown. The vine completely retracts into its branchy little arm thing. It takes like a deep sigh. And it says, for Kolinark, guardian of the forest.
That's what I'm putting on my heroic achievements.
Jimmy Cornwall, saving the world one best friend at a time. He's gonna kind of look at the dryad and go, "I won't let you down. Can I get your name?"
It just makes this sound. It goes like.
I don't think I can pronounce that. How about How about I call you Ash?
Gotta catch 'em all.
I was more thinking like the tree, but okay.
Yeah. I mean,
I was trying to think of human names that are also the names of trees.
Aspen, willow. You know.
Doesn't seem like a willow. I'm gonna say our dryad friend seems like an ash tree.
It just nods.
All right, Ash. Are you like having a hard time being like outside the tree?
It looks back at the tree and it looks at you, and
I think I remember reading that somewhere.
it like slowly starts backing up towards the tree. But it says, not mine.
Oh, it's not your tree. Okay. I mean, I guess that makes sense. It would be really convenient if you just happened to be on the road we were walking down.
I mean, that's how it was stalking us. Was watching us through these trees. Can you Are you like connected to the trees through their roots or something?
This is so hard playing a character that doesn't talk like a lot.
I mean, nod. Shake your head, you know.
It shakes its head. Far from home.
By chance, where is your home?
It points towards the mountain.
Okay, yeah, that tracks. I'm gonna ask you a question, and I need you not to get mad at me, okay? Because I mean it genuinely. I mean this in the best way, right? This isn't an attack, but I need to know.
It just looks at you. Well, presumably.
Are you another mushroom guardian?
It shakes its head very quizzically.
Okay. Okay, so there's a bunch of magic mushrooms. That there's a lot of forest spirits, I want to say. Jimmy just heard the name. Jack has forgotten it.
Yep, I have forgotten that.
I can't believe you guys. Something. I can't believe you guys forgot it because we made the Among Us joke last time.
Oh, yes, Mogas.
Yes, the Mogus. Yes,
the Moguses. There's a Mogai. Mogai. The plural of Mogus is Mogai. Anyway. They all guard a set of magic mushrooms, so it's actually kind of refreshing to deal with somebody who's not obsessed with the mushrooms.
It kind of looks at you very quizzically, and it says, "Where?"
At the forest. He kind of points. Magic mushrooms? No?
No, our territory.
You the dryads? You the forest people? Like who's we? I'm curious.
The Tukai.
Tukai. Like you?
The clan.
I assume of more people like you. Or are you all different? I just want to know. This isn't really important. I'm just kind of curious.
It starts moving in the direction of the forest, and it says, "Come."
Jimmy will gesture to its shoulder and be like, "Do you mind?"
It doesn't say anything.
Jimmy will sit
On its shoulder.
like a hobbit riding an ent.
You're gonna climb it?
I have wings, I'll have you know, and was
Oh.
already flying at face level.
That's right.
Oh, so you get to ride the tree, and I have to run after you two?
It is
Yeah.
slow. You could literally walk.
It's not fast.
Yeah.
But that still means I have to use my muscles, and he gets a ride.
Ride on Jimmy's shoulders.
All right. I'm just gonna follow along. That was a great mental image, by the way, though. I posted the memes channel Mogai, not to be confused with Mogwai, and a picture of Gizmo from Gremlins.
I've never seen Gremlins.
Oh, really? It's a good movie. Christmas movie. Great Christmas movie.
Mogai, not to be confused with the small boy from Jungle Book.
It's actually...
I know, that's the joke.
Moga. Just so we're all clear. M-O-G-A.
Moga. Plural of Moga. Mogas? Or are we still going with Mogai?
The plural is Mogai.
Okay, cool.
Okay. So yeah, we're fine.
Because they're fungi.
Yeah, but there's an S at the end of fungus.
Well, I'm not making it Mogus. That's too many Among Us jokes.
It is.
But yeah, the prince will, if the Duchess looks sufficiently upset about having to walk, will just like pick her up and fly her up to hitch a ride on the Dryad.
I mean, I will cheer.
Like Merry and Pippin before them.
Yep. I was more the like I will cheer like the what's his name riding Falco or the Luck Dragon. Yay!
Okay. Let's go back to Sky and her aunt. Okay.
I made friends with a tree ant today.
It's not an ant! It's a dryad.
Yeah, it'd help.
We made friends with an ant today. Why didn't... No, can we retcon something? Jimmy 100% calls this thing Treebeard.
It doesn't have a beard.
And? Jimmy's a dweeb.
Whatever.
There's no way he doesn't take the opportunity to make a Lord of the Rings reference.
I do roll my eyes, but make no effort to change his mind or correct him or anything like that. Just there's not even an indication that I actually disapprove.
Anyway, Sky, you get done with your shower.
Okay.
What does the rest of your night look like?
I wasn't joking. I gotta go to bed. It's late at night.
Damn it.
I might go and I think Sky will go and draw for just a very short bit before she goes to bed because she has school in the morning.
Fair. Your aunt is gonna knock on your door, close to when you go to bed, but not like right when you're gonna go to bed.
What's up, Auntie?
I don't know. We haven't spent a lot of time together, and I realized that you have your friends and your school and your survival training stuff from your dad. But just don't forget to have fun. Those acquaintances you've made, I'm sure that they're really great. And also I made you a cookie. And she brings out this like monster cookie.
Sky takes it and she'll slowly chew on it and just go, "Alright, I'll have fun when, I don't know, homework lets up and people stop being assholes."
Oh, come on. You can't just do homework and run around the forest pretending to be under fire all the time. You gotta go bowling and see a movie and laugh. I don't think I've ever seen you laugh. You even do it? And she like pokes your mouth, like suspiciously.
I try to bite her.
Hey! All I'm trying to say is, you could do with some loosening up.
I don't know. I don't super like this place. I'll be honest.
Well, I know it's different. Really different than what you're used to. And I know that people are probably different. But different doesn't mean bad. I mean,
Mm,
well, I don't want to see you get so caught up in things that you lose sight of, I don't know, the good things that are here too.
Maybe when school settles down a little bit, I'm still trying to get used to the way that things are being done. I can relax and let my hair down just a little bit.
Well, I'm always here, right?
No, I know. I appreciate what you're doing, letting me stay here.
And I actually care about you, so don't be coming in, sneaking in at 3 in the morning. I see you. I'm not a heavy sleeper.
I'll make sure to take next time that I'm gonna be out later than expected.
And I swear to God, if you spend a night out without telling me, I will call the police. Do not tempt me.
I am an adult, you know.
I know. But I don't know.
I will let you know if I go out on any like camping trips or anything like that.
Good. That's all I ask.
Yeah, of course.
Well, that and, I mean, if you ever win the lottery, think about me.
I think I that I don't know.
What?
I mean, if I win the lottery, I'm gonna go traveling. I'm gonna not stick around here for any longer.
Ugh, she looks like, fake offended. How rude. Not even gonna think about your dear auntie?
Nope, I'm just gonna go and visit Africa. I want to go and do some of the safaris.
She rolls her eyes. Well... Don't feel like you have to be such an adult all the time, you know? Live a little loose. You're still in your younger years. You're still a whippersnapper.
Where is this coming from?
I don't know. Can't an aunt just have a heart-to-heart with her niece?
I would agree if it wasn't, I don't know, like 1 a.m. in the morning.
I would agree with that sentiment as well if it wasn't 1 a.m. when you came home.
I mean, yeah, I said I gave my intention was to take a shower and go to bed.
Fine, fine. Go to bed. Just... yeah. Go to bed.
Night.
She leaves her room and she closes the door.
Yeah, I'll finish whatever I'm drawing and then hop into bed.
Okay. It is the next morning. Statistics 101.
Have no fear. If you were bitten, it was part of the process.
It's a tense class.
No, wait, we're still on me. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go through my classes as normal until lunch break, and then I'll like text Julia and let her know, like, hey, you should come over.
To class? She texts back.
To the campus.
Oh, yeah, totally. And she sends like a little heart and then like a little the like streamer thing that you send to people on their birthdays and stuff. And a smiley face.
Dreamer thing.
You know what I'm talking about. The like woohoo party streamer thing. It's like a little cone and there's like confetti coming out of it.
Sorry, I thought you were talking about like a Twitch streamer, like the thing you send to Twitch.
No. The thing you send Twitch streamers, you know, like bits.
Mm-hmm.
He sends you 5 cents.
Nice.
You get a nickel.
I might be able to buy a candy if it was the, I don't know, 70s.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, I put one in the chat. There's a party popper emote.
Party popper, that's what it's called.
But I will message in the group chat meeting and then in quotation marks janitor hideout.
Yeah. Okay, so we're meeting in the closet?
Whatever you guys call it. Clubhouse, hideout, whatever. The janitor closet.
I'll be there.
We'll say for right now that Juniper doesn't answer. We might retcon that at some point, but
Perfect. And I will wait for Julia kind of in the entrance of the campus. Or
Yeah.
whatever the buses park. Or stop by.
she'll rock up probably 15, 20 minutes later with a donut.
Right? So they have we have a meeting place that we I guess hold our secret meetings in. Or they do. They call it, like, as I like later towards the goal of the clubhouse, but it's a janitor's closet.
That sounds rad.
Rad.
Yeah. Yeah, rad. That sounds rad.
Yeah, we'll go with rad.
That's exactly what I'm
have-
trying to say.
I haven't heard someone use rad in a
In
Well,
ever.
yeah, and ever.
it's rad now. I say
Okay.
rad. So when are we gonna go over there for lunch?
Let's eat lunch afterwards, unless you're hungry, and
Oh.
then we can. Unless if you're hungry, we can go stop at the food court before we go in.
She kind of takes a bite of her donut and she's like, "No, I'm good.
Well, I assume so.
You want a bite?"
Do you have another one?
No.
I think I'll pass.
Okay. She takes another bite.
But yeah, I will open the door to the glorious janitor hideout, or attempt to.
Okay. I assume it's just you guys then. Oh, the janitor hideout's locked.
Yeah.
There is.
Is wait no. Where's her friend? God, Rusty, Ricky,
Rocky.
Rocky, Rusty.
Did anybody text Rocky?
No, God, no. Nobody text Rocky.
Then Rocky's not here.
So we just run into them standing in front of the door.
Mm-hmm. So, where's the hideout?
Locked.
Locked?
Locked.
Well, unlock it.
Can't.
We don't
have the key.
One
What
of
happened
our,
to Juniper?
Out sick.
I don't know. Vancouver with the girls? I have no idea.
That's something that people actually do.
I mean,
I mean,
there's a flyer in my dorm about a bar trip to Vancouver, like in like 2 weeks. Yeah, drinking age is lower, so people go across the border and get drunk.
Oh, I thought my answer was joking. Anyways, I guess I wanted to introduce you to, Julia.
As you say that, you look and Julia is lockpicking it.
Julia, what?
And there.
Look, our friend has the keys. Like they're just not here. We're not really.
She twists the knob and pushes it open. And she like gives a big like Vanna White like ta-da.
That's fine. I guess I'll relock it once before we leave.
hey.
Something boundaries, something as I follow. Like I'm like I was yeah, no.
I feel like we're violating personal space somehow, but I'm not quite sure how.
Thank you, Jimmy. I'm
It's-
in agreement.
It's a janitor's closet. I'm pretty sure if there's any other janitors, they invade our quote-unquote personal space all the time.
Well, I mean, she seems to have turned this into a fairly personable space. I say as I sit on the,
Couch.
Yeah, the couch that she salvaged from somewhere and kind of like relax. So, who's your friend who
I,
can pick locks?
I
as
got
I've
Julia.
introduced, I've already said her name before. But yes, Julia.
And she gives that like big smile with like eyes squinted smile. Very genuine.
Jimmy is very nonplussed.
The like Judy smile from Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I don't remember the last Airbender.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
there is no word. Bossing say I am.
There is no
Judy,
magic in Tacoma, Washington.
Yeah, exactly. Everything is fine.
Smile
Exactly.
that doesn't quite reach the eyes.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
quite reach the eyes. And is full of just panic everywhere else, but this massive smile. No, yeah, no. Pleased to meet you. I guess I'm Marion.
She puts out her hand to shake it.
I take it. I shake her hand. I guess what you work with Sky?
Oh, Penumbra. Yes. I'm from the bureau.
Well, I haven't
Wonderful.
met her till today or yesterday.
I kind of when she releases my hand, like have to resist the urge to wipe it against my skirt and like nod my head as she mentions she works for the bureau.
She holds out her hand to you, Jimmy.
He sits for just long enough for it to almost be offensive, but not quite that long.
I don't think she's taken offense yet.
Cool. Good for her.
In that case, I wipe my hand off.
Jimmy will shake, but he will it's very like performative, if that makes sense.
Sure.
It's not like it's just going through the motions. Jimmy. It's a
So,
pleasure.
This is a great hideout.
That's something. But I thought you two would do some good meeting other bureau members, especially since your orientation's coming soon.
So what wisdom do you have to bestow upon us?
Oh, I'm not here to give any wisdom. I'm not a very, um anyway, I'm just here on a mission and Sky, right? That's your name?
Hey, what's
Uh
my name?
uh texted me and thought that she could help out. And yesterday we did a great job. We took out the Griffon, which was not doing good things. I'll have to find its nest at some point. Make sure that
Define not good things for me.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. They think that every monster is a sweetheart with a heart of gold, especially that one.
Oh, Griffons? Oh, yeah. They steal babies.
Okay.
Yep.
Another monster removed from the world.
Wait, they steal
Okay.
we did. You could have told me we could have searched for the nest yesterday if they steal babies.
Oh,
I don't think they'll last for very long if we don't look for them.
oh, no. This one had just come in. They had been following it from Wyoming. Yep.
Okay.
Wyoming is on the west, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
We are about as far west as you can get. So saying it doesn't normally come this far west is correct.
No, I mean the Van Meter monster doesn't come this far west. That one, yeah. But
Wyoming is east.
but Wyoming is is eastern. Okay, cool.
East of
Because
here.
we are on the west coast right now, basically.
We're basically on the ocean, so everything is to the east of Washington State. But yes, in the traditional, what is in the west in the U.S., Wyoming is considered the west. Yes.
Is it? Huh. I just thought of it more as Midwest.
Um, But no, when they steal babies, they take them to different like planets. So like even if it had stolen one at this point, which by the way we would have found it, trust me. They don't stay far from their nests.
You would have found it?
We would have found it.
How would you have found it?
We would have found the nest.
I thought it was on another planet.
They take them to other planets, yes.
So you would have found it on another planet.
We can. I mean, that one's tricky. You can't really go as a. We can't go, no, but the bureau has agents that can send them out and things. No, the nest would be on planet. I'm sorry. What was your name again?
Jimmy. Again, that like pause. That's like just at this point, it is long enough to be offensive.
Oh, every time he pauses, I answer for him, Jimmy.
Oh, sorry. I'm just really bad with names.
Mm-hmm. Write it down if you have to.
You know what? That's a really good idea. And she pulls out her cell phone and she writes down Jimmy.
I will say to Jimmy, like, just we live in we live in I guess
a society.
A world with magic, and you're kind of doubting that people can do magical things. That
Not necessarily doubting, more just curious as to how.
I mean, I almost sarcastically answered magic, duh, but I figured I should let our new associate do it because that would have been more fun.
Yeah.
Hey,
as B level agents, we aren't allowed off planet.
Quick question. So you're here on a mission, right?
Mhm.
How long you been in town?
Probably about 5 or 6 days now. Had to do some searching. I've had a couple of other missions that I've had to go on and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Out of character question.
Hmm.
How long ago did I find the centaur?
It was about 3 days ago.
Cool. So she definitely killed the centaur. Got it. Okay. Do you mind me asking what your mission is?
Oh, there's just a couple of wild magical entities that are, have either infiltrated human society or have been actively, causing mayhem, things like that. What our jobs are.
Well, yeah, but you've just told me that you're here doing your job. You haven't actually given me any new information.
Right? Maybe, Julia, if he's going to be like this, he doesn't really deserve more information besides maybe what we do as a bureau. Because if he's going to be a dick about it, I don't really see a point to
He's
giving
fine.
mission details.
Trust me. It's okay. The newbies are always they have a lot of questions. I'm just not great at answering them, is all.
Can I try to clock her here?
Sure.
Like get a read on her emotional state.
Roll emotion.
Ah. Nope, sure don't.
She is a very happy-go-lucky person.
Sure is. Let's try to crack that armor.
Well, as a bureau, we're here to protect human society, obviously. There are multiple ways that can go awry. There are rogue agents from the bureau, obviously, always the worst ones, when you're friends. You just want everyone to want the best for human society, but apparently that's really hard for some people. I just don't understand it. And then there's rogue mystical elements, so like anything wild and magical, like the Griffon, or even like certain other things like dryads. Do you know centaurs are real? That's fucking neat.
Believe it or
Usually-
not, I did know that.
Really, centaurs are real. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, I mean they're a very warring thing, very territorial, tribal mostly. Usually, if you can cut the head off the snake, they don't tend to try anything too violent. But you know, they have they're so much stronger than humans. They could pretty much take out probably even with guns. I think they could take out 4 or 5 humans before anybody would even get a scratch on them. Their hooves, man, terrible things. Do not get in the way of those. But yeah, stuff like that. There's also like rogue human elements, so like serial killers, things like that. Usually we don't have to get involved with things like that because, you know, the government kind of figures itself out. Plus, the only thing we can really do is gain more evidence or, you know, pursue more suspects. Like, if we were to take out a human, that would kind of be against our code. So, can't do that. But, yeah, anything that would really help the human race, make sure that people don't get influenced by bad magics, things like that.
I'm just sorry. I'm having a little trouble reconciling a couple of things. So if you don't mind my asking,
Go ahead.
you don't hurt humans ever.
That's
Well,
not true.
Not never.
And what circumstances do you hurt humans?
If they're hurting human society?
It's when
Okay.
the government can't take care of it. We can take care of it more covertly.
Pretty much.
Or
Okay.
when humans get access to magic
Okay.
and
Okay.
the government can't take care of it.
Makes
I've dealt
sense.
with those cases before.
How long have you guys been doing this? Like this is kind of a, basic history question. Just
Oh, I'm
You
not a
know.
numbers person. You've got to ask somebody.
long time, short time. Is this like an ancient? Yeah, I feel like you would know if this is like an ancient order, right?
I don't think it's like an ancient thing. I've been doing it since I was like, probably 14.
Well, Sky, you seem to know your history.
Right, Jimmy, I don't feel like answering a huge amount of questions for you besides what we actually do.
Well, this is directly related to the
it?
bureau. It is.
No,
I'm asking
actually,
you how long
Jimmy, I
you've
want
been
to
going
know
on
why
about it.
you want to know.
Because I want to know why you didn't stop the Holocaust.
Oh, see, this is what this is the problem that people have. Hey, Jimmy, I have a question. Would you go back in time and kill Hitler with a gun?
I don't know. That's not really relevant, is it?
No, it is.
Why?
Would you believe me if I told you that magic can do time travel?
Probably.
Right? And do you think that if that was a major concern in the longevity of human society, we would have done that by now?
So
If every
the
single problem could be
extermination of millions of people doesn't qualify as an existential threat to human society.
I will say, sorry, out of character, that we are getting very close to something that can be triggering for a lot of people.
That's true.
So let's be very respectful with how we manage this right now.
yeah,
Fair.
check.
You guys are, and I'm totally fine with that, but if it does get a little too close, we will have to swerve.
Fair. If anybody has any problems, please God stop me. The last thing I want to do is make people uncomfortable.
I don't know how old the Bureau actually is. I know my branch in Scotland's been around for a very long time. But generally, we've never had more than, I think, maybe 7 agents at a time until the big. Uh, Julia, what's the big head?
The head girl's name?
Yeah, or does she have? Is there? She's like, I've never been super understanding if there's a central branch or if it's just her.
No. I think, well, the way that I understand the Bureau, and maybe I'm just like a kind of an American-centric kind of person, because I haven't been outside of the United States with this kind of stuff. Her name is, frick. I don't know. I'll have to ask, Bruno. Fuck, I wrote this before I watched Encanto. God damn it. Okay. Shit. He works up there, and he's like the vice president, or I don't know, CEO. Oh, I don't know what they're called, but I think what it is that the centralized like branch is in America, and it like, and they're all underneath it. But to be fair, I thought that's how the world government worked until I was like 12.
But I would imagine, to answer your question in full, Jimmy, that there was probably people who tried to stop. But as you are aware, I'm pretty sure a machine gun stops us just as much as a monster does. It just takes more bullets than normal.
Well, what I'm saying is you seem to be a shadowy cabal of magical beings with powers beyond mortal comprehension. And there's a lot of fucked up shit that happens on a regular basis.
There's a lot more fucked up shit than what you understand that's going on.
Yeah, I don't think you understand how much these people work really hard. I'm not saying that we don't. Like, there's a lot. I mean, not a lot of people, I guess, but the Bureau's pretty big. But it has to cover the whole United States, and you know, you don't want people to be burnt out. Like, burnt out magical girl isn't really helping anybody now, is she? You know, like.
Why not make more?
We
That's how
can't.
this works, isn't it?
No.
No, the Ketuses, they can't reproduce.
Oh. Well, that's a tidbit I didn't know.
Yeah.
It's almost like you never take the opportunity to ask questions for people who actually know things, Jimmy, instead of making assumptions.
Okay, then let me ask another question. Why are we devoting so much time to a thing that kills so few people?
I don't think you understand the scale of how these things work.
You know, I'm talking about you specifically, Julia. What? You are, like, you're tracking this Griffon thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
How many people does a Griffon kill?
Well, it depends. I mean, it steals a child every...
High estimate.
High estimate?
High estimate.
2 every 30 years.
And this was your task?
I mean, yeah, they don't come out of hiding very often. It's kind of...
So this is a creature that, for most of its lifespan, is harmless,
but
relatively
speaking. It steals babies!
There's a lot of humans that steal a lot more babies.
Yes, right, but Jimmy, I have a question for you.
Yes, please.
Can a police officer stop a Griffon?
I don't know.
No. The answer is no, Jimmy. Think for one fucking moment. Holy fuck.
Okay, Guy, then think.
No,
can a police officer stop
Jimmy.
Can a police officer stop an underground slave ring?
Yes, they can.
No, they can't.
Yes, they
think
can.
for one fucking second, Sky. The world is not black and white.
No,
the world does not work in that way.
Yeah, but it's not a golden fucking light that you see every shining fucking corner either.
No, but realize
that
not everyone is evil and not everyone is good. Humans are by no means more worthy of protection than anyone else. We are just as evil as the creatures you're claiming are villains.
Yes, but we have people who can take care of that. It's
Who?
called the police and the government.
But they don't. The police and the
Then
government are
go
provably corrupt.
reform the government, Jimmy. You do that. But the thing is you've been chosen to defend the humanity and people against things that the government can't help you with. And that's what I've been trying to insinuate this entire time.
And
Okay,
what
so
we've
I have
been
a
trying to insinuate, Sky, and what we've been trying to insinuate is that maybe, while there are things that need to be dealt with in a physical, visceral, immediate manner, there probably is the same space for reform and repair in the world of magic as there is in the world of government. Just like the police don't stop every slave ring, just like this and that, you're saying that there's a line in the sand that we can't cross. Why? Because we've basically, you're saying that because the bear that we've built the strip mall in is next to is getting into the dumpster, we need to kill the bear because we built the strip mall there. You're not saying, you're saying that their crime is they've come near human society. No, we put human society where they live. Okay? Like, you're saying reform the government? Well, this is the government we're a part of. We are agents of a government, and we're going to work to reform it. I understand where you're coming from, but we have different viewpoints
Do
on
not
the execution.
understand where I'm coming from at all, or else you would understand what I'm saying. Because you guys are treating these things like wild animals, and they're not.
No, so what you're saying is because they're sentient, we get to be judge, jury, and executioner. That's even worse.
No, I'm executioner. The jury and judge is the bureau.
Why?
Yeah, I don't think you guys understand how terrible these things can be.
Look, you killed something that eats children or sends them to another world or whatever. We're fine with that. What we're saying is,
I want to know more. I want to learn more about a Griffon before I say I'm fine with that, but go on.
Okay. We're fine. I guess from the idea we're fine. I should not put words in your mouth, Jimmy. I agree. I'm sorry. But, a thing out there actively hunting for, other sapient life to harm is different than, let's say, something in an area saying, hey, maybe you should leave this thing alone. Or am I somehow wrong there? Or, a person at a school or whatever that's just trying to live its life.
I feel like I'm missing some vital context here.
You don't get to have the context, Julia. I don't trust you.
No, so what you're talking about is a harpy that was starting to attack the school because apparently we were trespassing upon its land in the forest.
There's a harpy? Those things are vicious.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
I can tell you
have
from personal
cuts from it.
experience, they're not.
I have cuts from it that says otherwise. It tried to drop me off the sky.
Dangerous, sure. Vicious, no. It's not a wild animal. You said it yourself.
No, they're thinking, which makes them a lot more dangerous.
They're thinking, which means they can be reasoned with.
No.
Yes. I know because I reasoned with it.
I don't think you can reason with a harpy. Their whole thing is torture and like.
Where did you learn that, Julia?
Oh,
If I might ask.
I mean, there are classes you can take at the Bureau that teach you about different monsters.
Have you ever
And
interacted with a harpy?
I had to take down one once. It was really...
But did you talk to it?
there wasn't much talking, if I'm gonna be honest. It was not a pretty sight when I got there.
Mm-hmm. What I'm saying is that these things are no different than us. Why do they deserve any less dignity? If it's a wild magical animal that's going loose, sure. Treat it like you would any other rampaging animal, but don't try to turn people into animals.
What would you do with someone who did something horrible?
Who what? Sorry.
Did something
You
horrible.
cut out.
I don't know. It
I
would
mean,
depend on what they did.
Isn't that what arresting people in custody and jails and, an entire legal system all over the world, all different types of cultures have a thing where people judge people. They have different rules for it. They have different ideas of what needs judgment, what constitutes a fair judgment. But, almost everywhere in the world has some way of sanctioning or not sanctioning the actions of an entity.
Yeah,
Okay.
again, I feel like you just said something that aligned exactly with what I said. Is I am an executioner, so is Julia doesn't only do that, but the Bureau is your judge and legal system.
Why?
Because they're one of the few people who can actually see the monsters.
No, not like the people within the Bureau. Why the Bureau?
Why is the courthouse the judge, Jimmy?
Because all of the people who are judged by the courthouse agreed that the courthouse is the judge.
Yeah.
Did the magical creatures agree that the Bureau is the judge?
I mean, there was an agreement. I don't remember it because I'm not very good with times and dates.
Was there an agreement? Or was there a demand?
All I'm saying is that if someone were doing something awful, you would send them to jail. What happens when you don't have a jail that could hold them? How do you
make
stop
a
them
jail
from
to
doing
hold them. If you can't make a jail to hold them, then you stop them.
And that's what we do.
But that's not what you do, Julia, and I think you know that.
She is starting to get visibly frustrated, but also a little sad.
How dare you make me confront my denial here?
I feel like the Bureau is an organization that's very flippant with sentient life.
I don't think you see it these things are bad. They're doing bad things. Just like if a human were to do bad things, they would also be punished.
Right.
And the humans don't have a way of protecting themselves. We have to be the ones that protect them.
The question is, if I were to, let's say, open a let's say I was drunk and I hit a mailbox with my car, a postal box. No one else was injured, just me, the car, this piece of public property. I survived and I am arrested. I go to court. Should I get the death penalty?
I don't understand what you're trying to illustrate here.
Our entire exposure to the Bureau is not judges and juries. Our exposure to the Bureau is pest control. The Bureau sends people to go kill things. The Bureau doesn't send people to arrest things.
Well, you
We
can
are
always...
sent to, quote, neutralize targets. The fact that the Bureau has a detainment wing was not made clear to me until after I was displayed to be, as he, like, shoots a glance at Sky, cowardly.
Very much so.
But that's always been an option. You can always bring in things for detainment.
What happens to the people we bring in?
I don't know. That's not my... I've never asked.
Have you ever brought someone in?
Twice.
How many missions have you been on, Julia?
A lot. I don't know.
You see my point?
I edge away from the mass murderer and the other mass murderer. I look at Jimmy and I'm very confused as to whether or not I want to get closer to him or not.
Jimmy has definitely killed people. Let's not beat around the bush there.
I'm aware. I'm just like, shit. These two are remorseless killers. Do I get closer?
Do I side with the guy who feels bad about it?
Yeah, exactly.
We help protect people. I don't understand what's wrong with that.
I think they're just gonna continue to find problems with anything we do. We can shout and shout and shout about how we actually help humanity and protect people that can't protect themselves all we want. But they're going to try to relate it back to what they experience as normal humans. And it's not the right frame of mind.
What is the right frame of mind? Please tell me.
Understanding that you're a little more powerful than the average human.
Exactly.
When you transform Jimmy, do you feel like you're maybe a little more persuasive than normal?
Yes, I'm aware.
Are you aware
Yes.
of how powerful you are?
Yes.
I don't think you do if you understand that the creatures that we fight are just as or more powerful than you.
Why does that
If you
matter?
understand you're more powerful than a normal human, I say normal human, and the other creature is more powerful than that, you can try to bind them in legal codes, but if they ever think, meh, not today, you're gonna cost millions of more lives. Sure, the one monster that we took down is 2 babies a month. Every 30 years, you said?
Mhm.
I'm not familiar with that creature, it's not from where I'm from. But there are monsters that have sentience, can talk like people, act like people, but are so much stronger and can do whatever they want to people if they decide today it's not worth it. Or if they do get drunk, they can accidentally flick their finger and kill a few people.
I'm not asking for a stay of execution on every mass murderer that happens to be magical. I'm asking that we treat people like people. If we are more powerful than humans, we have a duty to protect them, right? That's how this works. If we have a duty to protect people, why are we limiting who people is?
Because dehumanization is the first step in making sure that things are taken care of their way. They're I'm 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 sorry. I shouldn't be people as things, you know? Like you treat people as things, you stop seeing them as people. That's what's been going on. And I understand that somehow having empathy seems like the worst thing because we haven't been there or we're not, but like the viewpoint of people as things is the root of this whole thing. It's the same thing with the Trail of Tears or all of the other situations where people see other sentient beings as things and move through their territory to take it for themselves. This is basically saying, Earth for the humans. And I honestly, I get, okay, we need to protect the people who can't interact with this stuff from things that are actually dangerous. But not everything is a monster worthy of the death penalty. And that's what it seems like the only crime, the only punishment we seem to see is kill it.
But you were just talking about the detainment room.
What happens in the detainment rooms?
I told you I don't know.
You never thought to check?
Jimmy, you know where the bureau is. Go check your fucking self.
I plan to.
Go.
I just have one more question.
So a 5-hour drive is ahead of us, eh, Jimmy?
I probably, but I have one more question. Who did the centaur kill?
The what centaur?
The centaur that I found in a barn.
The You mean the one that?
Who did the centaur kill?
Well, they're the
This should be an easy question.
clan in the forest. They're planning on
Who?
a violent.
I'm sorry, I, the player, have forgotten the centaur's name.
I don't remember it either. K something. There's a K name.
Colin? It sounded like Colin.
Colinar.
Who did Colinar kill?
The nature clan. They're planning on. Fuck. This is me not knowing what words I want right now. Not Julia. What's the word when like a bunch of people, like not a riot, but like a
Rebellion?
There, I spelled it with Q's because I'm an asshole.
I mean, yeah.
Pronounced like Stone.
How do you pronounce that, Craig?
Oh, that makes sense.
No, the word when a Viking thing would take over a village.
A raid?
Thank you. They were planning a raid on the college campus.
According to who?
I mean, we have intelligence officers. Anything I say right now, you're not gonna believe. It doesn't matter.
I believe you, Julia.
She looks
Genuine.
on the verge of tears, by the way.
Belief
I
is
wanna
not
know-
the same as trust.
I want to know where your information is coming from. I believe that you are being upfront with me. I have no reason to believe you're lying to me. But I want to know where you're getting your information from.
Well, from the Bureau, obviously from the Bureau, from the agents who have been keeping a track on tribal activity in the area.
They've been tracking tribal activity. Okay. And that led them to the conclusion that they were planning a raid.
Yes.
Whether or not that's true, I believe that you were told that. I don't know what the intelligence officers heard. I don't know the situation. I'm not going to pretend like I do. But why is the first response to, like you said, cut off the head of the snake?
Because it's the one that stops the most bloodshed?
Why
Because
not
if we
talk
ju-
to the snake?
Snakes don't talk.
But centaurs do.
Have you ever talked to one?
Not personally.
Then how do you know?
A friend.
See, the DM in me really wants to make it so the centaurs can't talk right now, just to fuck with you, but
Just say fuck you, they can't talk.
yeah.
They have their own like neighing language, but they don't understand human.
Why are you planning to raid the college?
I mean, like they
Kind of
have
like
all
the-
they have all the human upper body, so you would think they'd be able to articulate in human speech.
Turns out it was a reverse centaur. It's just a horse head with a pair of legs.
They don't.
Real dangerous creatures.
I'm gonna
Terrifying, honestly.
I'm gonna look at oh god, Julie's her name.
Julia.
Julia. I'm gonna be like, do you have a phone?
She's holding it.
I reach out my head and say, do you mind? I ask her permission.
She slowly hands it to you.
I open the phone. I open the
It's already open to the notes app, and it has Jimmy written down.
I ignore that. I open up a browser tab, whatever, Opera, whatever, and type in 1985 move bombing, and hand it back and say, this is why you don't trust government agents. This is the type of thing that happens with a lot of, the move bombing was the Philadelphia Police Department dropped a bomb on a house occupied by a organization they were charging with a set of crimes rather than they were demonstrating in the area and this and that, and bombed their house, killing at least 2 children among other things. Like,
Okay.
this is just extrajudicial, criminal. It's like, look, we can't just say the authorities are good. The authorities have what's best in mind. We can't. Yeah, it's not. Judgment needs to be given to that as well. That's why there's protests happening all over the country about police force. And we're police. We need to be able to do our job, but operate in a way that is like, if we're better than people because we're stronger, we're faster,
We are
We
not
need-
better than people. Don't ever say that again.
sorry,
We are stronger than them, but we are not better.
we have advantages over mundane people. Is that a better way of putting it? I'm sorry, I shouldn't use the word better. You're correct. There are certainly people who are better than me.
I
But
wasn't even saying that. I was just saying we are still people. We are stronger, but we're not better.
We have
I
found a point of agreement.
no, I don't. Yeah, but it we're vested with power that other people have that other people do not have, cannot have, and we can't. And much like mundane police, we need to exercise that power with restraint, or at least that's the way I'm seeing it. But it doesn't seem that we are. I, you know, I, that's what I'm, that's where I'm at on this. Like you're saying, you've said affect change. Well, we need to work to affect change. We're in a political organization now, or an organization that has politics. A specific viewpoint and agenda. Now I guess we need to figure out a way to operate that agenda that doesn't that minimizes harm to both humanity and other intelligent sapient life.
I don't want to kill things. I don't go out and take pleasure from doing these things. I do what I'm told because it helps the people that I care about. Don't you have humans out there that you want to see tomorrow? Know that without the Bureau, without what we do, humans would be extinct. That I could tell you for a fact. Without the way that things are done, people die. Lots of people die. Sure, there are some that have very little, and we try to avoid that, but we do what we can with what we have. And we're not perfect. We don't have the means to contain every single different type of magical creature. There are, I want to say, billions out there.
Well, there's also billions of people.
Yes, and people can all be contained in the same way.
Julia, you asked if there's any humans we care about. I can honestly answer that question with no. I thought I did for a little while, but things got complicated. I used to. I don't anymore. The only people at this point that I care about aren't human. At least not completely. People like me. People like Marion. People like you. Like Sky.
We
Juniper.
are human.
But that's not what she meant.
I'm sorry for you. I really am. But
It's not my point. I don't want to garner sympathy. What I'm looking for is a recognition that having people at home, quote unquote, isn't a requirement to do this job. I, as much as Sky and maybe you, I don't know, might think differently, I do care about humanity. I care about all of humanity. I don't want to see people get hurt. I don't want to see people die. And I don't need someone back home to do that. But you tell me these things are evil. You tell me that they're doing bad things. And I can look you in the eye and say they're not evil. I know what evil is. I know what evil looks like. Harpies, centaurs, they're not evil. They're just people. Flawed like the rest of us. I'm not asking for you to give them special exception or to put lives on the line for the sake of one magical creature. But I'm asking you to talk to the ones that can be talked to reason with the ones that will reason, to negotiate with the ones that will negotiate, and to just have empathy for other life. They're different. They're powerful, but so are we. We're just like them. No better, no worse. That's it. I'm done. I've said my piece. And Jimmy will just kind of sit down.
I put a hand on Jimmy's shoulder, like, you know,
He's
in
like
like a,
looking at the floor, like,
you know, give him a little squeeze, like, you know, yeah, I think you said what needs to be said there. You know, I'm definitely not the most articulate person, so like I get it.
I think that's where we're gonna end it tonight.
Awesome.
and everybody breathe in and
Yeah,
out.
yeah, exactly. And out.
We hold no grudges here.
I feed on this shit.
Yeah, no, this was good. This was good.
I
mean,
subsist on character drama.
yeah, this was a lot of fun, and like I'm like uh, I bring up just like, you know, the shit like that, like, you know, police bombings and stuff like that, because it's just like, okay, you know, you want to say the authorities know what's best. Look, this is what, you know, belief the authorities know what's best has happening. You know, and yes, there was a multiple day police standoff where they, you know, but it's like, yeah, this is what happens. You know, this is the police on the wrong side operating in a way that, you know, grossly over, you know, steps their bounds. But yeah, like I'm like looking at this, I'm like, oh god, it's like the poor, like this is like, oh great, the dehumanizing things, and it's like I can't, you know. They've been told it's bad. I can't just say, well, you've been told it's bad. That's why you believe it's bad. You know? Oh, it's good. It's good. I'm enjoying this. I feel very bad for poor Julia, because it's like, and I also know like we're one step from getting like Julia crying to whatever authorities above Julia, and us becoming, you know, um,
Oh, we're like a step away from like just a fucking firing squad at this
yeah,
point.
exactly. I'm like, oh god, how do we navigate this so we don't end up, you know, oh, those are rogue magical girls and bad. Oh, really? Well, let me execute them all for you.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm doing a very bad impression, but you know what I mean. It's just
Yeah,
like,
I got you.
it's like, and with that same smile on her face, just yeah.
I hope there's a little bit more nuance to Julia, that she wouldn't just
Oh,
kill you.
I assume that there's more nuance in Julia than that. I'm hoping, but it's just like, oh. Oh, and I get where Sky's coming from, and like, oh, why didn't you? And and by the way, thank you for putting up the biggest straw man ever. Well, if magic is so great, why didn't you stop the Holocaust?
There's a lot of reasons. Trust me.
There are
Oh, I mean,
several reasons.
If magic
I
could
think.
have, it would have.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I mean,
Well, the
exactly.
integrity of the timeline, for one.
I was
Oh,
gonna say.
Can't go
I was
back
gonna
in time and do it. But
I
like
think that's
at
the first
time,
of Primos.
my suggestion.
I
By the
watched
way,
that episode of Rick and Morty.
my favorite suggestion to people are talking about, oh, if I go back in time, I'd kill Hitler. I'm like, if I could go back in time, I'd just fuck Hitler's mom. Just fucking steal her
Well,
from
no,
her dad.
no, because it's all a single timeline, so you just get woven into history as Hitler's dad. Congratulations, your kid's now Hitler.
But no, you know what I mean. It's just like, yep, okay, I'm just gonna. But no, you know what I mean. When you just like, I'm gonna fuck up the timeline. Okay, well, why don't you just steal Hitler's dad and let Hitler's mom fucking die a spinster alone? Type of shit. You know what I mean? Just that type of. But I had a writing prompt I fucked around with for a while. That was just Time Cop Baby Hitler Unit. Like
Dude, I
literally
want to see.
just like this group of like the most jaded, like 3 weeks from retirement time cops and like fresh faced rookies in like this like little town in Austria in like the the late 1800s, just trying to prevent people from killing Hitler's parents, and like Hitler's grandparents.
I want to see Marvel's Loki, but with different versions of Hitler.
Why?
Because he got pulled out of time, and they're gonna make the bad guy a good guy.
I
Oh,
think
geez.
that might be a bad one to do that too.
Yeah,
To be honest, bud.
exactly. Yeah. But no, it's just like and also when you say like, oh, there's only like 5 or 6 magical girls, and I'm like, in Great Britain, I'm like, okay, and the Ketis don't reproduce. I'm like, okay, so this is a very scarce magical resource, you know, like I get like the okay, then there's
There's
4 of them.
more. There's more now. I will say. What Sky was saying was there's 6 or 7 until that one thing happened.
Right. Some big event happened, but like,
I'm
six
sure
or
we'll
se-
hear about it in orientation whenever that decides to happen.
six or seven magical girls is definitely not enough to stop World War II or the Holocaust. Like, I get that, or you know what I mean. Like, however many, like, you know, if you can count a group in the hundreds, I don't think that a mystical secret society is going to do the job.
Okay, friends, do we want to do the end of session questions?
Oh yes, end
Probably.
of session shit. Yes.
Okay. Does anybody need to repair a broken relationship?
Not yet.
Nope, not yet.
We're getting there. Not yet though.
We're breaking that relationship hard.
Okay.
It's gonna do like a septuple head spin when we're done.
Did we learn something new and important about the larger threat to the world?
Yes.
Yes. There was a
Yes?
head bitch. Ketuses can't reproduce, and there was a thing that made more magical girls.
I like how we think that the Bureau is the larger threat to the world, because they're honestly not the bad guy.
It's not the good guy.
They're not the good guy. Well, technically, if we're talking about it
How
in
does
that
how
way,
does
there
it
is
feel
no
for the
larger
Bureau
threat.
to be the SCP Foundation?
I
mean-
mean, yeah, we're like I said, the Bureau has the best of intentions, or it can have seems to have the best of intentions, but it is definitely like the way we're looking at it is like or the way I'm looking at it is like, okay, there's definitely a thing that needs to be um reformed about the viewpoint and of the way they produce their actions, you know.
Well, there is no technically, if we're talking about the larger threat to the world, I haven't built this like a normal like anime where there's like one big bad evil guy and like all that stuff. So
Right.
if we're talking about the big large entities in the world, which I guess we should change that question to, then yes, we did learn a little bit about natural magic and how that works. Well, not how it works, but how they're structured.
What's its deal is.
Yes, and then we learned a lot about the Bureau today. Did we save someone from the machinations of the evil forces at play?
I saved the prince multiple times from that cheaper.
I say, debatably, we saved Treebeard
Yes, we also saved Beard from,
himself.
I'm gonna go with a no from that one.
I think we saved Treebeard from the machinations of the Bureau, who would have made him out to be yet another villain that they can then kill.
Did we learn something new and important about one of the magical heroes?
Yeah, Jimmy has no friends.
We got some backstory on Jimmy. We got some real backstory on Jimmy a little bit.
No name drops yet.
No name drops, but we'll get there.
We'll get there, but that was, yeah.
Did you pick your level up?
No, not yet.
I have not either.
I think I might just put it into physical.
Okay.
Just spend the one, get a +1.
I'm very tempted to grab either the whip out of the what's it called, or the magic blast out of the witch.
Jimmy's been working out on the side a little bit. Got a nice +1 to physical.
Oh, there you go.
Because he keeps having... The way I think about it is he might not be clashing a lot, but he keeps having to dodge danger a lot, and that's a physical roll too.
Did we learn something new and important about the source of the hero's powers?
Ketis don't reproduce.
That's literally something very important about the source of our powers.
It is pretty important, I'll give you that one. Did we develop new friendships or deepen existing ones?
Made friends with Treebeard.
Yes, we
No.
made friends with the tree.
Okay.
A cooperative relationship.
So I'm gonna say did we learn something new and important about the world? Yes. Did we learn something new and important about the source of the hero's powers? Yes. And did we develop new friendships? Yes. So that is 3 or more questions.
Do we not get the backstory on Jimmy?
Oh, yeah,
you
that
got
one
3
too.
or more questions already.
Oh, okay. I don't know what the threshold is.
3.
Is it 3? Okay.
So everyone gets 2 experience points.
Hey, I level up again.
I just miss leveling
You guys
up.
are gonna.
I've leveled up twice. This is my 3rd level up, and now I still have 2. I have 2 to the next one.
How many times can you level up a character?
I don't think there's a limit.
I don't think there's actually a limit.
There's an entire sheet dedicated to it, but I don't think there's actually a hard cap.
I think like the hard the hard cap, or well, not the hard cap, but the cap is you're gonna run out of moves in your mystical thingy.
Mm.
Well, once you take every single move in the playbook, and all of your stats are at +3.
Yeah, I mean, there's that, but like, you're gonna run out of just things to be able to want to do before you do that.
Oh, which reminds me. Sorry, you go.
No, go ahead.
You all feel pretty good when you're around Julia. And just for future reference, if you are around her, and I forget to say this, you do get a +1 on your keep your wits rolls.
Oh.
Good to know there's another Joy connection around.
At
I'm
some
trying
point,
to
people will
think.
realize that when you're around Sky, she's terrifying.
I mean, we've already figured that out.
Speak for
Okay.
yourself. Jimmy has not figured that out.
It's literally part of my powers. You are afraid of me. People are terrified of me.
Anyway. Does anybody have anything they would like to plug before we go?
Subscribe at twitch.tv/pastel the snake.
Aww.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you enjoy this, also subscribe on YouTube, like and comment and feed the algorithm and all that shit.
We have a command now!
Do the thing. Wait, don't do the thing.
Woo!
Wait, Nightbot. No.
No, Nightbot's
No,
the one
Nightbot
there.
is
Oh no,
the one
Nightbot
that-
doesn't.
Nightbot
Oh,
should be
okay.
fine.
I thought it was Stream Elements. I was like, no.
I also turned
Stream
that
Elements
off.
got banned again.
Nightbot.
Oh.
Okay. We have been The Awakening, which is the name of our campaign. Glitter Hearts.
Oh, we have a name. I didn't know we had a name.
Yes, we have a name. It's called The Awakening. That's the name of
Yay.
our game.
Yep. And Wyoming isn't. I mean, from the grand scheme of how far is it west? Wyoming is fairly west. We're in Washington. Idaho's next to us. Wyoming is next to that.
That's what I thought, but I just wanted to make sure when I said it that it didn't sound dumb.
Yeah, no, it'd be like that'd be like it's not like saying, "Oh, we've been following this all the way since Minnesota." That'd be making no sense. Like,
Oh, I mean, Wyoming and Dakota are huge states.
oh yeah, no, I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying like, it's not unreasonable that like a group would be tracking it from Wyoming through Idaho to this area. Like in the grand scheme of what we know about, how many people we have in this organization type
We
of
don't know
thing.
how many people we actually have in the organization.
All
Well, I mean,
I'm
as far as
saying
magical
is,
people.
according to Google, Wyoming is not part of the Midwest. However, there is the town of Midwest, Wyoming. There is a town in Wyoming called Midwest.
I'm looking for. Now that you say
I
that.
demand an adventure in Midwest, Wyoming.
There's West River.
Anyways,
There's also
we've
an
gone on a
Atlantic
tangent.
City.
Have we gotten cut off yet? Are we still alive?
We are still live.
Oh God, cut us off, please. We'll go all night.
Cannibal Hello
Bye.
Fresh.
Goodbye.
Cannibal Hello Fresh.
Bye, guys.
Have a good night.
Bye.